go through the gears quickly, light to light and hard on the brakes, and just make sure we're in good shape. Everything feels great. The transmission feels great, clutch feels great, the steering is super tight. Car just revs exactly as it should. All the gauges are working. We've got enough temperature that we can get on it a little bit. I can't say enough about how exceptional this interior is. I know it was done with Scott Grumfor, and they used a company, or a gentleman named John Compton, who did the interior. And I have to say, I hope John's watching. I think he does one of the best interiors on 300 SLs. No ifs, ands, or buts. His fit and finish and how correct everything is. You know, one of my big gripes about a lot of restorations is this area right here where the headliner starts and stops. A lot of people will take the headliner halfway down this A-pillar. This is absolutely correct where it should be. You know, the ashtray door, how it's done correctly. He's just very, very good. This is the vinyl interior, which is correct for this car. This is exactly what it had when it was new. So that is 100% correct. The vinyl, which is on all your door sills. Here, his headliner work is absolutely spectacular. If you look at the headliner, somebody noticed in picture 93 there was a mark on the headliner that was dirt from somebody lifting the door with a dirty finger. We've since cleaned it, so it's gone. It was there on Joel's side. You look at how these sun visors are sewn. Every stitch is hand sewn and absolutely straight and spot on. Just look at all of this detail, how correct that is. John is just so good with his interiors here. You know, we're lucky to have a car with a Compton interior because he just does it right. We'll start with the paint issue on the left rear eyebrow that somebody pointed out in photo number 36. There is a slight bubble right in the edge of the eyebrow. So if you look on the car, how it's assembled, the eyebrow is welded onto the car, and in that breaking point between, or the seam between the body of the car and where the eyebrow goes on, if there was any slight imperfection in the sealant that goes under the paint when it was prior to being painted, that's a very common area to have some slight lifting. So it's very minor, not something that caused us any concern. SLs in my day. I definitely have 20,000 miles under my belt, multiple Colorado Grands, multiple California Miles in 300 SLs. This car drives spectacular. It's nice to see somebody in a Mazda that's faster than me on the highway this morning. But we're cruising along at 130 kilometers per hour. This is a European spec car, therefore has the European gauges, which are correct. 130 kilometers is what, 75 miles per hour right now. I'm in fourth gear, 3,300 RPM. This is a very common speed to be on the freeway at, and it's a great cruising speed in these cars. They've got very long legs. You have enough gears. You've still got power to accelerate. If you want to gear down and pass somebody, you can still gear down and at this speed and get on it a little bit and pass somebody. So it's arrow straight going down the road. No hands on the wheel. The brakes, they've been done recently. All the braking system feels really good. I won't tell our gears are super tight, your synchros aren't all loose. We see that a lot in the older cars that haven't been restored previously. One of the things I love about this car is it was not a body off restoration. When Grumford did it, I talked to the Grumford team. They said the car was so good there was no need to bring the body off, and you know, there's a belief that once they come apart they never go back together the same. These cars aren't painted on the underside body color, so if you have a good body and you have a good frame, you can restore them with the body on and not have to pull it off. Which this one, that was the case. It was just good enough. There was no need to pull the body off. So everything is, you know, still together properly. There's no squeaks or rattles or any weird stuff. The door seals and everything are nice and tight. There's not a lot of wind noise. They all have some, but it feels great. You can see all of the gauges have been refinished, most likely done by Palo Alto. They do a lot of them. Oh, radio work. Throw on a little Roy Orbison or Elvis for old time's sake. This one is fitted with luggage, reproduction luggage in the back there. You can see there's a two-piece luggage set. You're traveling in a Gullwing, that's your only place to put luggage, so if you choose to use it, it's nice that it's there. So here's as I mentioned, I've got thousands and thousands of miles in these cars on tours and events. Right now we have it fitted with the fabric seat cushions, which are my favorite cushions to drive on tours with. The leather cushions look fabulous and give it that nice taut look on the inside, but driving these fabric cushions are fabulous. You know, obviously the interior of these cars is a little warmer than some because you don't have the roll down windows, but having those cushions, it's just, you don't sweat. If you want to bring some cabin air, if you look, these windows are nice and tight. Like, this is how they should be. So at speed, the window doesn't close tight. The car that sold on Bring a Trailer a couple weeks ago for $2 million, I saw that car yesterday at the Mercedes Classic Center, getting some work done. This was one of the things, is the windows just folded shut anytime you're at speed. So with those two windows open and this little lever down here, you can open and close the vent from the front. You get lots of air through the cabin of the car, and they're not too hot to drive. I've driven one on the Calamine through Palm Springs in May when it was 104 degrees. Was it hot? Yes. Was it unbearable? No. Your feet don't get too hot. They're a very, very easy car to drive, super fast and smooth. Like, you don't get worn out driving this car like you do on some other. They're not a laborious car to drive, but they handle well. They're quick. They're easy to shift. The clutch is easy. Getting in and out once you've done it, it's, you know, there's a process of what you throw your leg in first or whatnot, but very, very easy car to drive. The lamp light works there. All the gauges are working perfectly. These cars take a long time to get up to temperature. Right now, it's exactly where it should be. We've driven 11 kilometers, so 6-7 miles. The water temperature is where it should be. You can see the gauges are working. Trip odometer is working. Odometer is working. Tach is working. Nothing's bouncing around. Like, everything is super highly detailed. You know, I hate using the word perfect, but man, you'd be working hard to find deficiencies on this car. On this steering wheel, you can see there's two little cracks, one here. These are easy to refinish if somebody wanted to do it, but that's a super common area. It's a stress point where people close the steering wheel that folds, and that's a stress point on these cars. Super common. It's not an eyesore, not something I would fix today, but if somebody wanted to pick something apart, there's all the help I can give you, because there's not a lot to work with. The chrome, exceptional. Super, super bright, smooth. It's not a wavy chrome that you see on a lot of cars. It's like hot rod show chrome. I love the first time anybody goes in a 300 SL because their mind is always expectant of a car of the 50s, and this car was so far ahead of its time that anybody that drives one, their expectation is a 50s Corvette, a 50s Jaguar, you know, a 50s T-Bird, that, you know, you're doing this while going down the road, you know, shaking the steering wheel all over the place, sort of aim and hope for the best. Your brakes are hopeless and useless, it's slow, and these cars are just so fast, so direct. The suspension is set up super well. In these cars, one thing with the suspension, aim your car, get on the power through the corner, and you make it through the other side. I honestly have driven so many of these cars, and I have nothing but good things to say. It's a testament to who restored it. You know, Gruntford, they've earned their reputation, and everybody does. You earn your reputation. They're one of the best, and there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that their work is second to none. They're in this country, or in North America at least, there's probably less than 5 restorers that I would earmark as great restorers, and they would be in that grouping of 5 as one of the greatest 300 SL restorers. So if you're looking for a car that is ready to use, ready to drive, we just showed you, get in it, do 100 miles an hour. I'm not admitting I did it, but I might have, and get out and go. It's definitely that car. Like, if somebody said, can I come drive it, pick it up, drive it back to Minnesota? Absolutely. Get in this car. They go, they don't break down. If they are going to break down, they tell you long in advance. It's not a car that leaves you at the side of the road. You know, in all the Colorado Grands and Cal Milets and 300 SL tours I've done in my life, I can count on that many fingers how many have let me down. Number 0. I've got to the finish line every single time. You do an oil change on them every 1,000 miles. That's recommended from the manufacturer. When it's new, you change the diaphragm in the injection pump. You know, when you service it every few years, and that's about it. They're just very easy cars to own. They don't cause you any grief or aggravation, and you know, when you start a tour, you know you'll get to the other end. And in the meantime, when the car's in your garage, I don't think anybody would argue with you if you said it's one of the most iconic cars ever made. You know, one of our favorite things is walking into somebody's collection that's got 30 or 40 cars. An inside joke is always to look at what cars are parked closest to the door. Those are the cars that get used, and almost every time a 300 SL is very, very close to the door. It's easy to get in and out because so many of the owners, they use them. They don't park them and just, you know, have them displayed. This is a car that anybody that owns one tends to drive and use. So that's really a testament to Mercedes-Benz. When putting these cars into reverse, it's super common to hear a little gear engagement. So let's see. That's very common. This one does do it. Some do, some don't. But here we are back at our shop just outside in Newport Beach. Technical address is in Santa Ana. But we're back inside and ready to sell a car. There's an hour left. If you have any questions, reach out. Hopefully that was a great indication of exactly what we have to sell you today, and we look forward to somebody getting the new car. One thing that mechanic Renee Letron taught me on a 300 SL, when you're turning it off, put it in second gear, put your foot on the brake, and choke it out. So you can see I didn't turn the key off, and his reason for that was it lets the pressure off the fuel injection pump and prevents future damage. So that's something that I have now adopted as as a way I turn these cars off, but that should be everything. So getting out of a 300 SL, if you want, you can fold the steering wheel down like that. I don't tend to do it. Just get up on the edge and out and go. All right, good luck. Bid to buy. It's for sale.